Hello, my friends, and welcome to day 2. Let's begin in a nice, comfortable seat. Take your time getting down to the ground. There's no rush. As you get settled in here, just remember if you ever need to lift the hips up, you can with a little blankie or pillow or towel. And as you come into our first position here today, right away, see if you can find a little movement via the breath. So gently begin to deepen your inhalation and extend your exhalation and use this magic tool of conscious breath to arrive here today. Again, I love the image I mentioned yesterday of just pouring a glass, rolling out the red carpet, wrapping a blanket, metaphorical blanket around, gathering around for a conversation. Mind and body and breath. And I love to think about the breath as your spirit. And to me, it's not even a bite from yogic philosophy as much as just a reality, you know, what happens when you stop breathing. So, mind and body, and yeah, your spirit, your breath. Coming together here as we draw the hands together at the heart. Taking yesterday's theme of noticing and bringing it to this beginning moment of our practice today and every day. And then today we're going to start to breathe in and out through the nose. And maybe experiment bringing the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth here. And if you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, or this victorious breath, you might begin to tap into it now. And if you're not familiar, we can just practice bringing the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth and seeing if you can create a soft restriction in the back of the throat, creating this soft hissing sound as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Now it's nice to maybe think of that, albeit dark, but it's nice to think of the image of Darth Vader here. There's this just soft hissing in the back of the throat as you breathe in. And then experiment as you breathe out. So that's just a little offering, something you can play with. We're going to build on that. If you're not quite capturing it yet, or you find that your brow is starting to come together, totally normal. I have your back. Instead, let's soften through the brow and just notice where we're at today with that breath. And instead, another way to think about it would be to just see if you can make your breath slightly audible. Whatever that means to you. Nice. So hopefully by now we're all settled in our seat today, palms together at the heart, prayer position. Starting to dip our toes in a little Ujjayi breath or a nice audible breath of your choice, really listening to your spirit, your soul, the thing that keeps us moving from one moment to the next in this body. Take one more moment here to sit up nice and tall, lower body heavy. And then as you're ready, head to heart. Feel that stretch in the back of the neck, bowing mind intelligence to the body intelligence. Trust that whatever's supposed to happen, whatever you're supposed to get out of this practice today will happen. You don't have to do anything. Just breathe deep, stay present, and allow. Keep breathing here. Feel that stretch in the back of the neck. And as you're ready, I'm going to invite us all to just activate the upper body. You can think about drawing the shoulder blades together here. And as you do that, just notice what changes, if anything, in the shoulders. Notice, if anything, what changes in the belly as you draw the shoulder blades together. And then take one more cycle of breath here, head to heart. Today, the offering or the theme is to snuggle up to what feels like you today. Befriend yourself. Inhale in and exhale, release. Flutter the eyelashes open. Welcome everyone. Let's come forward, reach the fingertips. Take yesterday's theme of moving nice and slow in this transition as you come forward to all fours. So we just created all this wonderful awareness. We kind of changed the quality of energy that we came to the mat with. So it'd be a bust to just kind of drop it and go to the next thing. So if you already have, it's great. That's part of why we're here, to notice and to experiment with how we move in and out of things. So just take your time getting to that tabletop position, unhurried, unrushed. And then when you get there, you're going to start to move into your cat-cow on your own. Again, resist the urge to move quickly. See if you can use each shape as an opportunity to really check in with the front body, the back body, and using the breath to guide you. Today's practice is all about setting a strong foundation, but with this idea of friendship in mind. So are we cultivating a home practice where we feel like we're working for ourselves or against? Do we move through life in a way in which we're kind of working with our bodies and with conscious thoughts, or can we fall off the horse sometimes and tend to push ourselves too hard, or allow the mind, the thoughts to get carried away? So much so that we are actually causing ourselves a lot of harm and strife, creating a lot of roadblocks for ourselves. As you're ready, come back to that nice neutral spine. We're going to drop the elbows right where the hands are. And this time, really meticulous with the hands and the elbows. So spread the fingertips just like we did on day one. But the tendency here, I'm going to keep it real with you guys, is people will want to bring the elbows in or bring the wrists in to compensate for tight shoulders, which we all rock. And some people might even have a tendency to take the hands out. So see if you can plant your hands firmly. Hand to earth connection is super strong here. We call this hasta bandha, finding that hand lock, and then glue your fingertips and knuckles to the ground. Keep the forearms parallel like two railroad tracks. Dig into your elbows. And then from here, keep that rooted as you walk the knees back, tail up towards the sky, hip creases up towards the ceiling, the sky above you. Big heart opener here, breathe deep. Melt the shoulders to the earth. And then just notice if you're getting a little stuck in the pelvis, no prob. Send the hip creases up, exaggerate that line. Tip your tail up towards the sky. Keep pressing into the tops of the feet for stability. Big stretch. If you have a smartphone or a computer or ever drive a vehicle or carry a small child or fur baby, this pose is for you. Breathe deep. Feel that stretch through the shoulders, the chest. Nice. Then carving a line with the nose. Push that little ball of yarn forward. So integrate the neck here. Keep clawing through the fingertips. We're going to slide on home. Belly softens to the earth. Pelvis roots to the ground. Then dig the elbows in more. Just notice here, check in if your shoulders are right under or right over the elbows and if your wrists have come in or out. So reset. And then Sphinx pose. Here we go. Inhale to open the chest. Careful not to crunch the back of the neck here. Neck nice and long as you press up and out of your foundation. Nice, soft, easy movement in the neck if it feels good. Beautiful. Then here we go. Inhale. Tap into that inner smile. Exhale, release, curl the toes under, reach the heels back, navel drives up towards the spine, and we keep the gaze straight down. Of course, it's always okay to peek at me here. I'll let you know if it's ever not, just to protect the neck. But here, it's okay to peek. But then once you feel like you have it, trust yourself. Trust me, trust this video, this practice, and bring your gaze straight down. Find that zip line from the crown to the tail. Reach the heels back, lift the kneecaps up, got excited. Tone the quads, and we're here for 3. Breathe deep, 2, and slowly lower on the 1. Awesome work. Here we go. Drag the hands now in line with the rib cage. Press into the tops of the feet. Suck the elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under, nice and slow. We're going to press back to all 4s. Nice tabletop position. Neutral spine. Inhale, lots of love in here. Exhale, curl the toes under. Inhale in again, maybe walk the hands a little bit forward, upper arm bones turn out, elbow creases forward. And as you're ready, just continuing with your breath, peel it up, downward facing dog. Right away, pedaling it out, going through your checklist, rooting through the hands, finding that external rotation of the shoulders out away from the ears. And then finding the opposite rotation in the inner thighs. You can even turn the two big toes in. Turn the feet in just a bit. Yeah, then inhale and exhale. Carve a line with your nose to look forward. Inhale in again, and you're just gonna step 1 foot up and then the other, little ragdoll, forward fold. Here, let everything go. If you've been carrying any stress or tension on your back, literally or metaphorically, or both, take a moment here to really ground through your feet. And again, be kind to yourself. Do you need to carry that? Is it serving? Bend your knees generously, my friends. Really, really bend, bend, bend. Breathe some love into that lower back. One last beat here to just make sure you're not clenching in the neck. Might be holding in the neck or the shoulders. Let it go. And then here we go, big move. We're rising up together. Think of all the people around the world doing this gesture with you. Feel that. Layer some meaning or be open to it. And then as you're ready, dig into your heels. Press firmly through all 4 corners of the feet, really. And we're going to slowly roll up. Keep in mind, nice and slow and steady. No need to rush. And then when you land, you can take whatever you need here. But then once you do whatever it is you need to do, fix your pantaloons, you're sure, like your lips, say a prayer, then come to a nice still position, feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward. So really conscious now in the feet, just like we were with the hands. So now really with the feet, pressing firmly into the ground. And if this is new, this kind of relationship with the feet, welcome. You're beginning a new lifelong romance with your feetsies that I think is going to be good. Trust me. More on that later. So toes pointing forward, really conscious in the feet, just like we were with the hands. And we press away from the mat with our feet. Just do your best. We call this Padabandha, this foot to earth connection. And you might even experiment with lifting the toes on this one, just to get a little taste. And then releasing toes down. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Imagine this upward current of energy whooshing up through the front body, and then this grounding energy through the back body. A lot of times, instead of focusing on alignment of what you think the shape should be, focusing on what the energy in the posture should be will guide you kind of to the right thing naturally, which is really great for online yoga because we're not in the room together, so you kind of have to take responsibility for your happiness on the mat. Hey, yo, metaphor. You have to take responsibility for your happiness off the mat too, right? And I do too. Okay, hands are gonna come together at the heart and we take a quiet cycle of breath here. Ready? Inhale. And exhale. Interlace the fingertips, press the palms forward, up and back. Big stretch. Find that foot to earth connection. Draw energy up through the arches. Lift the kneecaps gently. Imagine lifting energy all the way up the inseam of the legs. And then again, you have that upward current of energy through the front body. Draw the navel in. And then that back energy really grounding down like a waterfall. Great. Inhale in, smile. Exhale, break free the chains, nice and easy. Bend the elbows, wiggle the fingertips. Just take it all the way back down to that forward fold. Beautiful. From here, our first halfway lift together. Careful not to jerk yourself around. Move nice and slow. Notice what it feels like as you trace a line with your fingertips all the way up past the feet. Follow me or with me. Up the shins, past the knees, and we're going to land palms on the tops of the thighs. Then here, loop the shoulders, pull the elbows back like little grasshopper legs, and you're going to create a figure 7 shape in the body. So a little bit traditionally, we tend to look forward. For today and for this practice, for this journey, let's keep that length in the back of the neck. Again, we're encouraging a healthy flow of energy that runs up and down the spine. So if we're clinched off here at the neck, we're kind of cutting that energy off from reaching that crown or that chakra. One more breath here. Pull the hip creases back. You can bend the knees as generously as you need here. And then just use an exhale to soften. Awesome experiment. We move on. Here we go. Fingertips come to the mat. We're going to send the left toes back. Walk the right foot in just a bit so you're framing your right foot with your fingertips. Here we are. First nice low lunge. If your body's asking for it, begging, whispering sweet whispers into your ear to lower the knee, go ahead and do it and see what that feels like. If you feel okay lifted, you're ready for a little heat, a little core connection. Keep it lifted, really drive that left heel back, pull the right hip crease back, and then everyone, no matter what variation you're in, loop the shoulders, inhale, let your heart radiate forward. Squeeze the inner thighs to the midline, and then from here, front knee over front ankle. So if we're kind of coming forward, we want to just check. Great, press into the big toe mount of that right big toe, and then we're going to slowly release down. Now keep pressing into the big toe mount of the right big toe or the right foot, and you're going to slowly lower the left knee to the ground. Listen carefully, swing the left toes over towards the right side of your mat. We're starting to open up through the hips here, and then take a deep breath in, pause. So front knee over front ankle. I'm swinging left toes over towards the right side of the mat. Now, if you're feeling challenged here, like, oh man, it's starting to get really pretzely here, remember, we're here to explore new avenues, new patterns. So breathe deep. Try to keep a little inner smile going. From here, we're going to connect to our core, draw the navel in towards the spine, and from your center, rise up, bring the right elbow to the top of the right thigh. Hey, now we're feeling cool. So notice if you're leaning into the shoulder here, pretty normal. So in time, we start to practice more and more awareness throughout the neck and the shoulders, and it becomes second nature. So grow tall through the neck. Yes, yes. And then from here, check it out. We're going to send the left fingertips forward. Plug that left shoulder in. And then from there, pull the left thumb all the way behind you. Big stretch through the left side body. Front leg strong. I'm maintaining that connection with big toe mound. Beautiful. If this is a little bit too tight in the left shoulder, option to just open that sucker up all the way to the sky. So we're here or we're here. Not so much here, but right here. Okay, here we go. Lengthen tailbone down. Think of that energetic lift we did in mountain. Front body's lifting up, back body's grounding down. So there's this opposition here in all of these shapes that we're playing with. Take one more breath. You're doing awesome. And then exhale nice and easy from your center, always from the middle. Move from the middle here. We're going to slowly take our hands back to frame the right foot. Very carefully, we're going to release left toes to the ground. Root down firmly through that left foot. Let that be the root of this posture. As we inhale, sweep the arms forward, up and back. Big stretch. And then exhale to wash and let it go. Fabulous. Plant the palms. Curl the toes under. Back toes under. Here we go. We're going to press into the palms firmly, and you're going to take it all the way up to your downward dog. We know this. We're setting the hips up high. We're finding nice, long, smooth, deep breaths. Yes.
Awesome work. Take one more breath here, maybe find stillness. And then when you're ready, bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll to the top. Step, step, nice and easy. Great, inhale, fingertips come to the tops of the feet, nice and slow. As you're ready, take a deep breath in. Trace a line past the shins, lift up from the feet. Kneecaps lift, palms placed gently on the tops of the thighs. Then pull the hip creases back, pull the elbows back in space, and find your length. So long, beautiful neck here. It's gonna take some time maybe to find this length in the neck. And if you're already here, then add the layer of really hugging lower ribs in, digging to all four corners of the feet. Great, everyone, take one more breath. Lift just a little bit, catch some air, and then exhale to release. Yay. Hands come to the earth. As you're ready, shift your weight to your left foot, kick that right foot all the way back. Nice low lunge. Option to go right to the knee here. You got it, check in. And then here we go, loop the shoulders, wherever you are, everyone. Inhale, let the heart energy radiate forward. Keep breathing. Check in with that front knee. Is it coming a little bit over the front ankle? Maybe I'm a little far back. Can I drop my center down in space? Stack this bone here. And then let's take one more breath. We know where we're headed this time. On an exhale, slow descend of the right knee down, nice and slow. Here we go. Kicking right toes over towards the left side of the mat. Don't rush this. This is an awesome sensation in the right hip, ball and socket. So, oh yeah, baby, as you open up. And then remember yesterday's theme. This is all just an opportunity to take stock, check in with your body, wake up. And then here we go, big inhale, exhale from your core. Let's come all the way up, power through that big toe mound. Left elbow comes to the top of the left knee. I'm awake, I'm alive, my foundation is strong. And then here we go, take the right fingertips forward. First, plug that right shoulder back in space. Feel that connection between your head and your heart and your pelvis. And then here we go, pull the right thumb all the way back. Feel that connection from right wrist to right shoulder to right hip to right knee to right heel to right toes. All encompassing. Neck nice and long. Just a reminder, if it's too much in the shoulder there, no biggie, open up. Fingertips to the sky. One more breath here. If you're shaking or trembling, that's the ticket. We want to create a full body experience here. So not just working on one body part at a time, but all parts. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale from your center. Let's slowly spiral back down. Frame the left foot. Bring the right toes around. Root through that back foot. So press into the top of that back foot firmly. Strong front foot. We got this. Here we go. With the breath, we flow. Inhale to rise up. Reach up high. And then exhale to wiggle the fingertips. Release and let it go. Awesome. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee. Plant the palms. Here we go. Step the left toes back right to your downward dog. Pedal it out. Check in with the hands. And then soften through the head and the neck. Yay, nice work everyone, really, really nice. From here, you're gonna take a deep breath in, lift the heels, come onto the toes, claw through the fingertips, lift your hips as high up in space as humanly possible, and then reconnect with that external rotation in the shoulder. We're gonna use this a lot mañana. So here we go, ending with this external rotation in the shoulder, elbow creases towards the front of your yoga mat. Great. 3 of these. We're going to slowly descend the heels down to the earth. And then inhale, lift them up. Exhale, drop them down. Don't worry about them touching the ground. Should have said that a lot sooner. And then lift the heels up. And then see if you can create a full body experience, whatever it means to you on this last one. Claw through your fingertips. Lift the kneecaps up as you drop the heels down. Yes. And then slow descend of the knees down to the earth. Today, bring the big toes to touch, the feet to touch, and then bring the knees as wide as the yoga mat. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to send the hips back. Take a moment here. Forehead comes to the earth to just cool off. Soften through the fingertips. Soften through the arms so we can relax through the wrists. Now take a moment here in your own private little love cave to befriend yourself. Choose that. Snuggle up to what feels like you as we move together on this journey. And a good friend is a good listener. As you're ready, begin to wiggle the fingertips. Choose to befriend yourself. And then as you're ready, we'll press into the tops of the feet and slowly come up. We'll walk the knees underneath the hips, cross one ankle over the other, anyone. And then magic move here, come all the way through. You can use your fingertips to guide you to come back to seated. Great work, everyone. Notice how you feel. Take some loving breaths. What does it mean to snuggle up and be your own best friend? We're constantly looking for others to kind of fix, to support, to fill the empty hole. And I think the yoga practice, particularly that home yoga practice, is an awesome, awesome opportunity for us to kind of play with this idea that we have everything we need and that we can be our own best friend and we can move in a way that feels supportive of who we really are, and we can also move in a way that really is not supportive, is destructive. So I know you know what I'm talking about. We human. All right, bring the hands together. Let's bring the thumbs right up to the third eye. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me and all the beautiful people practicing with us around the world. We'll see you tomorrow. Inhale. Exhale to bow. Namaste.